In this lesson, we will continue troubleshooting and applying fillets to the first of our grill concepts. I'll hit spacebar to choose fillet edge again, and I feel pretty confident I can kind of select a whole bunch of these inner ones at once. Just like before when we were deciding which grill curves we wanted to eliminate, this is a symmetrical shape, so I can just work on this side of the grill and then mirror my result over, and I know I'm going to get the same look at the end of the day. And that will really speed things up. A little brave there. Let me hit enter on this at the moment and see where we're at. And those all worked. Enter again. So anything that's near an edge, I'm not going to do as part of a group. Those are going to be the ones that are giving me some difficulty. So I will have to do probably a pipe split and then a blend on these ones that are giving me some trouble. But I will try and get them to solve with the fillet edge first if I can. All right, so that's just about everything. I've got one up here I have to deal with. And let's see if we can get these ones down here to work. I'm a little bit worried. I think I've got a bit of an issue there. Probably have a bit of an issue there, but we can kind of handle both of those at the same time. In fact, we may have the same issue on all of these, so that's kind of nice and show how to resolve that. And it looks like these ones that are extending beyond this edge a little more are all going to work for us. I want to call attention to these two here, because even though the fillet worked, it didn't actually do the trim that it's supposed to do. So if I take this and I go under Analyze and we look at Show Edges, notice that it's showing these edges. Switch that off. So what that did, I'll extract this surface here, right-click on the explode icon. It made the fillet, but it didn't finish trimming out this piece. So you've got this little flap of a surface on both of these that's kind of going into this area. So once I have that, what I can do is duplicate an edge, and I'll duplicate this edge through here. Hit enter. I'll just join those together. So these are just curves. I'll take this surface. I'm going to split it using this curve and that curve. And then if I control click on this main surface, I just have the selections left, these two pieces I trimmed away. So I can delete that. Now I can join this all back together. Let me go in and choose curves, delete those. So all of that looks like that worked pretty well. And while I'm at it, let's unlock this. So unlock selected objects. I'll choose that. And let me choose this and this. Join those all together. All right, so it's really just this one that hasn't worked for us. I'll try it one more time. You never know. Sometimes something works for you that didn't work previously. I'll hit Chain Edge. Nope, and it's still not going to work. So we're going to handle this with a pipe command. So first things first, I have to go ahead and duplicate these edges. Join that together. It says one closed curve. Now I can go ahead and pipe this. I'll do a 0.2 radius. You can delete that out. And now we'll come back in. We'll do a blend. Blend that edge. Enter to that edge. And notice how kind of crazy these look at the moment. So what that's doing, it's going to try and blend from here all the way around to here. Let me just hit enter to show you what bad surface that gives us. If we hit preview on that, that's giving us this kind of nutty looking surface. I'm going to switch these to tangent because these are actually tangent fillets. And I'm going to move this part. I'll move that to a quad, and I'll move this one around to the same quad. Now let's see if I can just drag these and get that to normalize. There we go. So let me add a few shapes in here just to stop that twisting going on. And if you accidentally get a snap that doesn't work for you, you can just click on undo. Let me turn off my center snap. That can be a little intrusive, as I've mentioned before. It's a great snap to have when you need it. Sometimes it's just a little much. And I'm always trying to get a perpendicular snap here. And it looks like that could do with moving down. There we go. That looks pretty good. I can just hit OK on that and then just join these together. Drag a box around that. As I said, we've worked on one side of this object. Go into my front view here. So we have fillets on everything on this side. So we're just going to take this shape. We'll go to Surface, Plane, Cutting Plane. Type a 0. Drag up. So now we've got this plane that's cutting this right down the center. Split. Delete that side. Delete the cutting plane. Take all of this part, it has my fillets in it. Go to Transform, mirror, and I can type a 0 because I built everything around the center line, and now I can join these two halves together. And if I Control Alt R, get a nice rendered look at that. You can see we got a nice looking grill with all the fillets in there. That concludes adding the detail to our G1 face bezel. In the next movie, we'll look at adding the fillets and details into our G3 face bezel.